When I started at Merck, I would say there was very little, if any, but standard, caging, pretty absent of anything that would enrich, in my opinion, the environment of the animals. However, when the USDA regulations came out and they said that there should be a program for, and they called it psychological enrichment of non-human primates, this was extremely intriguing to me. So I was allowed to work with the Merck machine shop, and I had been a brand new mother at this point, and I recognized the toys that my kids liked best, my young children. And putting primates at that intellectual level, 3, 4 years old, 2, 3, 4 years old, I picked toys that my kids enjoyed most. And I brought them to the machine shop and I said, we need something like this that is extremely durable, that an animal can't bite, can't break, can't hurt themselves. And so they designed prototypes of rattles and things, and we tried and introduced these to the primates. We videotaped them to see them, how they reacted to them. And we also started introducing, oftentimes in research, we have to restrain non-human primates in chairs, and we discovered how important it was to give them treats like marshmallows and raisins and everything. There was one study where we were testing a drug, and we had some concerns that it caused tachycardia, which is an increase in heart rate, which would not allow it to go forward. It was a side effect we wouldn't want to go forward with the drug. And so I had 2 female monkeys that I had to get used to acclimate them to the restraint chairs, so that and an injection, so that later on we could actually test them to see if in fact we're getting this increased heart rate. So if they're not happy, we're going to get increased heart rate anyway. So for about 2 weeks, we chaired these monkeys for about 3 hours every day, and I sat with them, and all of us, I'd say by day 3, would all fall asleep together. And it was great. It was awesome, and I'd give them their treats, and they actually started welcoming me into the room, saying, okay, can we get in our chairs and have our raisins? And I would give them a saline injection, and they got used to that, and we were monitoring their heart rate this entire time. And then when it came to test the drug to see if it was in fact causing increased heart rate, they were all set to go. They were calm as can be, and we got the information we needed. So there's what I don't think people realize, or some people realize, especially the public, because they're not exposed, is how compassionate people are with animals. Yes, we have some outliers, and those are the people we need to keep a close eye on. But I was at one contract research organization, and they were doing a study in dogs, and they invited me in to look at their program to see how well they were doing. And a lot of institutions will voluntarily ask me to go in there and say, tell us what we're doing, make sure we're doing everything right. If you can see somewhere where we can do something better, let us know how to do it. And so I'm walking through the animal facility, and I see all these kennels, dog kennels out in the hallway, and I say, what's going on? They said, we're running a tox study today. Tox studies can be pretty tough, okay? And so I peered into the room, and there had to be 7 technicians sitting in chairs, all holding a dog and petting them. And I said, so are they going to put them in slings? Or are they going to give them an injection, put them back in their cages? They said, oh no, we're going to hold them the entire study. And so what people don't see is some of these things of compassionate individuals, especially the animal caretakers. They're the first line. They love these animals. And as you see in response, more and more, and this has been happening over the last, I'd say, 12 years or so, but more and more, there are presentations or presenters who speak to the grieving process that we need to go through as animal technicians. When you've worked with animals for months and months, you get a relationship with them, and comes the day that they have to go, and how tough it is on people. And you see all kinds of reactions to that. You see huge absenteeism. You see depression. You see people who can't get motivated, days after work. And so there are actually people who help these individuals cope with that endpoint that is often very necessary in research.